Welcome to the United Kingdom. Sort of. What's up, everybody? My name is Jared, here with MickeyBlog, and today I am here at Epcot, specifically World Showcase. And what I'm going to do today is give you a detailed guide, overview, tour, whatever word you want to use to describe this video, of the United Kingdom Pavilion in Epcot. Epcot, of course, is known for lots of things, and one of them is World Showcase. That's 11 pavilions around World Showcase in total. And in this video series, this is the first video in a series that I am going to do alongside this team here at MickeyBlog, where we are basically giving you a full guide or tour of each country. So let's do this thing. We're going to start off today with the United Kingdom, and follow me as I show you around this gorgeous pavilion and give you a tour, an idea of everything that this country has to offer you when you visit Epcot. So UK is on your right. When you are walking in Epcot, you're first going to go through Canada, and then the UK Pavilion is up next. We are walking over here right now, and for starters, important, there is a Joffrey's location here in the United Kingdom Pavilion. So if you ever want a coffee or just, you know, a tea, a donut, something while you're walking around World Showcase, this is a reminder to you that there is in fact a Joffrey's location over here in this section of the United Kingdom. So stop by, have yourself a donut, a tea, a coffee, whatever, anything that you need, really. But the beautiful part about Epcot is there are several Joffrey's locations where most of the parks only have one or two. There is currently some construction going on over here at Epcot, so the restrooms is actually over here, right next to this Joffrey's. It's down this path over in the World Showcase, essentially. That's like a separate show building, but they're utilizing it right now for the bathrooms. Also, it's Food and Wine Festival right now when I'm currently filming this, so you'll see the Ireland booth is here, but lots of times throughout the different festivals, of course, they're going to house different countries and different booths that relate, of course, to the UK. This pavilion is actually sort of an Easter egg, you know, haven. If you like Easter eggs, you'll like this pavilion. But basically, right over here, you're going to notice, of course, the Royal Post Office signage, the post, literally a post for the post office, and a few red telephone booths. Of course, these are iconic from your trips over to London and the UK in general, so it's pretty cool that they have these. Well, here I am. Just so you're aware, when it's humid outside, believe it or not, it's going to be humid inside of the red telephone booth, so I'm going to exit now. Continuing along with our tour around the United Kingdom Pavilion, of course, as I mentioned earlier, the Ireland booth is located right here, but as you continue on, let's talk about some specifics of this pavilion that are around year-round, not just festival booths. Okay, let's do that. For starters, one of the details that I love about this pavilion is there are lots of flowers and flower beds, sort of more topiaries, bushes than other pavilions, which is kind of nice. On top of that, of course, you know, again, there's some construction over here, but there's a gorgeous fountain over here. You know, London and the UK in general is known for some very cool architecture, fountains, topiaries, rose bushes, all sorts of things like that. So Disney had to add those added touches. Let's talk about the dining location here in the United Kingdom Pavilion. This is the Rose and Crown. Of course, this entrance over here is for the dining room. There is a dining room outside over there underneath the patio, the covered patio. There's also some tables inside, but that is for the Rose and Crown pub, which I'll show off in just a few. And believe it or not, for the sit-down meal over here at the Rose and Crown, you're going to be getting lots of London and UK favorites, such as shepherd's pie. There's also a savory Impossible hot pot, which is kind of cool, a more veggie-based option. A few desserts that are customary over there, as well as the classic fish and chips or bangers and mash. So that's pretty cool. Of course, there's lots and lots to drink as well. Believe it or not, United Kingdom, they know how to drink. So if you're in the mood for a beer, they have lots of beers, ciders, whiskey flights, scotch flights, and lots of wines as well. Of course, lots of these items will be based out of the UK. Also important to be aware of, tables. There's lots of them over here in this pavilion, which is kind of nice, to be honest. Some with shade, some without shade. But if you're looking to just get a, a nice, relaxing sit down and look at the beautiful water, look at the other pavilions, then this is where you can do that. But come on, right? Everybody's here in the UK for one reason and one reason only, to meet Pooh Bear, which we will do, by the way. But no, I mean, you want to go to the Rose and Crown pub. This is one of the most popular and, favorited Disney bars on property. So I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like inside and explain to you just why this bar is so popular. Let's walk in. It might get a little loud in here, so please be aware of that. But as you walk in, what's very cool about this pub is all over are specific decorations that will literally make you feel like you're in the UK. Piano going on in here as well, but as you can see, there's an old dartboard right here on the wall. Lots of decorations and decor, some antlers, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to walk in because it really does make you feel like you are literally in London at a pub. It's very quaint and homey in here. But the main thing that people do is walk right up to the bar right here. So this is a walk-up bar for all guests to enjoy. And let's go check out the menu real quick, shall we? So lots of different options in there, of course. Of course, that pub is gonna have a full bar, so you can order pretty much anything you'd like. But it is, of course, known for their lagers, their beers, their pints, rather. And they do have a full wine list as well. But like I said earlier, there's a few different flights as well. So if you're looking to try a few different things, that's a great place to go. Next up on our list, when I'm giving you the full tour of the United Kingdom Pavilion, is shopping. Let's go check out some of the shops that are here because this pavilion has several. As you can see, there's another red telephone booth over there. These booths are literally always filled with people just for photos. So if you want one, you're probably gonna have to wait in line. Look at this though. Before I walk into the shops, I spotted Alice. Very cool. Alice meets and greets on a daily basis over here in the United Kingdom Pavilion, as does Mary Poppins. These are both two characters, of course, that have some ties to the UK, but you can meet and greet with both of these at varying times throughout the day. There's also another meet and greet, as I mentioned, Pooh Bear, and we're gonna show him off later on. First up on our tour of all the stores, the store tour. Oh man, I need to stop with the puns. Let's walk into the Tea Caddy. This is an entire store dedicated to tea, which, as you know, quite popular in the UK. There are lots of different options in here, whether it's cold brewed iced tea, peppermint tea, pomegranate, raspberry, everything that you can think of. I mean, there's lots of tea products for you to buy. What's very cool about this store is, of course, the decor, but lots of different options for you to purchase in here are just beautifully and perfectly on theme. So beyond the tea, if you need some biscuits, some shortbread cookies, again, lots of offerings that are specifically popular to the UK. I love these cookie jars. Look at this one. This one celebrates Peter Pan, which is very cool. You see the clock tower right here. There's also a few bears here as well, dressed up as royal officers. Moving along, next up is the Queen's Table. This is more specifically going to celebrate pots and, other items. For example, Alice in Wonderland. As you walk in right here, there's a very cute Alice in Wonderland little collection over here to the left. And as you continue along, they also have lots of purses, bags, items like that. Continuing along, there's a little perfume section over here, little handkerchiefs and things like that. And there's even stuffed animal corgis. Of course, the Queen was always known for having corgis. Corgis are very adorable, and it's cool that they have these little plushes in here. And yes, the store is continuing. Don't worry, we're not done yet. There is a very cute little collection over here, this time celebrating Minnie, specifically drinking some tea, which is very cute. There's some florally ears over here that you're gonna see will have the crown right in the middle. That's very cool. But yeah, the entire atmosphere of this store is very airy and gorgeous. And now we're walking out. And as you can see, it does send you out here towards the very back of the pavilion once you have gone through that section of stores, which is going to be on your left side. But there are more stores on the other side. So let's go check those out. But before we do go check out more stores, as I was mentioning earlier, They are known for all their topiaries and bushes and little paths back here at the United Kingdom Pavilion. And what's cool about it is there's this whole open area back here. And as you can see, it just reminds you of basically, it's like Mary Poppins. It's like you've been planted right here into the Mary Poppins film. There is a stage right here, which is very cool. They do have live music that happens daily, and during the holidays, they play Christmas music. And back here, you can even meet Father Christmas. So pretty cool. There's also a pianist back here. And the pianist usually plays lots of fun tunes and lots of tunes, again, that relate to some Disney classics, of course, related to the UK, such as Mary Poppins music, things like that. Alrighty, folks, let's go into the next set of stores, starting off with the Sportsman Shop, which is a very unique store, and I'll tell you why. Immediately as you walk into the Sportsman Shop, you'll see there's lots of decor, lots of decorations. I do want to show you this over here, very cool. Look at these little figurines, of course, nice and royal. Very, very cute, almost delicate. There's also a few actual golf, trophies over here, which is very, very cool as well. But this Sportsman Shop, of course, celebrates sports. More specifically, lots of golf stuff in here, lots of rugby, lots of soccer. These are major sports that are celebrated over there in the UK. It would not be a UK store without celebrating the Beatles. Look, there's some Beatles merchandise right here, which is awfully cool. And continuing along, you're going to see some jewelry offerings, some Ireland merchandise, some Wales merchandise, and there's lots of swords and things of that sort. So if you've ever wanted to feel like a knight, this is your place. You can actually buy some of these. So check a look at that. King Arthur's dagger, if you feel like buying one, just $150. Or maybe a medieval lord's dagger. All of these, of course, are props, but they're very, very cool. Cool little wooden stairwell in here as well. Lots of decorations as you look up towards the top of the store. But there's even a Guinness section over here if you're in the mood for some Guinness merch, like that Guinness jersey over there. Next up, guys, I have to show you the Toy Soldier store. This is an adorable store, of course, celebrating toys, but beyond that, there are some cool and unique offerings inside of here. Lots of Winnie the Pooh themed merchandise in here. Of course, the reasoning for that, Winnie the Pooh and that entire story originated over in the UK. So it's gorgeous to walk in here and see an entire store basically celebrating Winnie the Pooh. You got lots of plushes everywhere, keychains, even, nightgowns and everything of that sort. It's just a great store that celebrates Winnie the Pooh, but beyond Winnie the Pooh, it's also going to celebrate a few other classics from that area, such as Peter Pan. I think I see Winnie the Pooh over there. Look at him, he's inside hanging out with a few kids. So cute. We're going to go meet and greet with Winnie the Pooh in a second. Don't you worry. But yes, let's speak about that next. As I mentioned earlier, there's that band. So there is live music here daily, and it's very cool that we do have so much live music at Epcot, specifically this band back here in that back section of the UK Pavilion. Lots of people with Guinness here because, that's where you drink Guinness, I guess. It is, the place to drink Guinness. Anyways, let's go meet Winnie the Pooh. So Winnie the Pooh has his own meet and greet at this pavilion. It's at the very back of the pavilion, literally, like I'm at the very back corner of the pavilion. So it might be a little tricky to find, but if you walk towards the back, you can actually meet and greet with Winnie the Pooh in Christopher Robin's room. So very cool, very cute, and a more intimate meet and greet, which I really, really love. Also a meet and greet indoors in case you're, hot. So as I mentioned, time to go meet Winnie the Pooh. As I was talking about earlier, he meets and greets in Christopher Robin's room. So look at a little sneak peek of what's inside. Very excited to show this off to you guys. Hello, how are you? I just want to take a few photos of you and you're in the room. So cute in here. Wow, this is great. As you can see, Winnie the Pooh is showing me off the bed. Clearly did a great job making the bed, all of his toys. So cool in here. Man, oh my God. Look at him. He is showing me everything in here. This is adorable. Thank you, Pooh. So nice to say hi. You have a good day. How adorable was that? Meeting and greeting with Pooh is always fun because, it's Pooh, but getting to see him in that room. Very, very special. Of course, they recreated what Christopher Robin's room is meant to look like. So very cool, especially if you want to meet Pooh, your kids love Pooh, anything like that, your adults love Pooh, whatever. We don't judge here at Mickey Blog. As we get towards the end of this tour and guide of the United Kingdom Pavilion, there is one thing I still have to show you guys because I have to. It's like you're legally obligated to do this while you're in the UK Pavilion. Yep, that's what we're doing. We're getting fish and chips. We are here at Yorkshire County Fish Shop. This is one of the greatest little quick service spots in Walt Disney World, but specifically Epcot. If you like fish and chips, you can go right up to this window and get yourself some phenomenal fish and chips. Really, really, really good stuff. Let's get in line. There is the availability to do mobile order if you want, but if not, if you want to go walk right up as I am doing, you can also just buy yourself right here at the counter. So on this menu, pretty small menu, beer battered fish and chips, Cuties Mandarin 3-packs, water, coffee, few beers, things like that. Got my receipt. You just hand this over here to the cast member, and then boom, look at that, folks. So good. That's quite the piece of fish. Of course, there are some very thick French fries here too, and I'm excited. Condiments available as always in case you need it. But follow me as I bring you to a gorgeous little place to sit down, because guess what? This is one of my favorite little hidden gems in all of Epcot. That's right, look at this path. This path brings you down towards the water right here on the lagoon, and then you have all of these tables. So very, very cool. They're standing tables or sitting tables, whatever you prefer. But I'm gonna stand because, I gotta burn off these calories somehow. Look at the size of that fish. It's really cool. This is a great deal. So it's about $12 in total for the fish and chips here. And again, they do have beer, water, other offerings, but that's literally a stand where you just walk up and get fish and chips. So very, very UK-like. They're on brand, they're on theme, they're doing it. Well, let's dive in, as they say. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, look at the size of these French fries. You might think, Jared, pretty ridiculous to be talking about the size of a French fry, but they're big, okay? And that's exciting to me. Anyways, let's dive in. Wow, very, very good. As I mentioned earlier, they don't mess around with the fish and chips here, but that's intentional, right? They have workers, employees actually from the UK there. So they have a recipe for sure. But I grew up in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, so I'm used to lots of amazing seafood. So I would tell you that the seafood was bad, and I am confidently telling you that the fish and chips here are absolutely fantastic, and it's worth a stop. Even if you don't want to sit down and do a full meal over at the Rose and Crown right over there, you can just grab yourself some fish and chips and just keep walking. Little pro tip for you, by the way, look out for birds, okay? I know there's birds at Walt Disney World, but the birds here, they like fish, believe it or not, and this is fried fish. So look out for birds. Really can't say enough about the very cool seating here in this pavilion. As I mentioned earlier, not only is there lots of seating right here on the water, but there's just more seating at this pavilion than nearly every other pavilion. So it's nice to have that, especially for families. As you can see back here, the servers at the back end of Rose and Crown are setting up for dinner and that whole wave of guests. And that's the end of that. Those fish and chips went down quick. As you can see, the band is going on in the background. I mentioned earlier, but there's lots of gorgeous beds of flowers and things like that all over this pavilion. So it's especially gorgeous during Flower and Garden Festival. There is one little spot I want to show you before I end this video, and then we will wrap it up until the next time, until the next Epcot Pavilion. We got many more to go. As you exit the UK Pavilion, you are going to walk over this bridge over here. This is where it'll send you and, bring you towards the next pavilion, which the next pavilion is France. But we'll save France for another video. Beforehand, there's a little spot up here on the left that lots of people sort of walk by and it goes unnoticed. And I wanted to point it out to you folks because it's a great photo spot. So if you're looking for great photos with you and your family, stop by here. Right here, you'll see there's some stairs leading downwards. Of course, I was actually just sitting right over there in the distance underneath those umbrellas, eating the fish and chips. But as you walk down here, there's really great views of the water, of World Showcase in general, and it's just a nice little peaceful spot. Of course, they're playing some music, which is really, really nice, and it's just quiet, which is wonderful. I mean, look, nobody around. It's like I got a whole section of Epcot to myself. And that is the United Kingdom Pavilion here in Epcot. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first of many more videos on World Showcase and Epcot in general. So if you want to see more of our content, please head over to our YouTube channel and check out some of our playlists where we have lots of things separated, you know, by whatever. Epcot, you know, there's even a whole playlist for World Showcase and this whole series. Again, this series is basically a guide or a tour of each individual World Showcase pavilion. And we started off with the UK, but there are many more pavilions to film and show off to all of you. So again, really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, maybe share it with a friend or a family or someone else who likes the UK pavilion, I don't know. Or stick around, we got some more fun videos. Hey, look, a boat. My name is Jared. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And lastly, but not least, I just want to mention that this video and all of the Mickey Blog videos are brought to you in part by Mickey Travels, which is our partnered Disney travel agency. If you ever need help planning a Disney vacation, please head to MickeyTravels.com and they'll help you plan that next magical trip. So, hope you have a magical rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time. Catch you on the flip-flop.